Alright guys, it's Westy here, back again today with some more Battlefield Aftermath gameplay for you guys, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a comparison between the PC version and the console version of Battlefield 3 Aftermath. Now, if you didn't know, my last few videos have been on PS3, but I'm usually a PC player, so it was a little bit hard for me to move across and get some footage out for you guys, but whatever. It was a different experience, and there are a few reasons why I'm going to talk about that in this video. But it's mainly just to compare the two editions and the way I feel it works on both editions of the game, console and PC. So let's start off. So first of all, the main difference you're going to see between Battlefield 3 Aftermath on the PC and on console is the increased resolution size. Obviously on PC the max resolution is I think more than 1080p I think, but what I play at is at 1080p. And at console it maxes out at 720. There are rumours that it even maxes out at I think 1024 by 600, and it's simply upscaled to 720 to accommodate the screen size, just because the graphics inside consoles are starting to wear away. But you're definitely going to notice the increase in graphics, and it really does the maps justice. The colours that come out of it in 1080p just look so much better than console. And depending on what graphics card you've got anyway, the more textures and the mesh settings that you can get in there and the ambient occlusion and all that kind of stuff that you can do on PC, it really brings out the maps to life even more than they were on PS3, which is what I was playing on. I thought the graphics were alright for console, to be honest. But yeah, you're definitely going to see a huge improvement in graphics with the PC version. Secondly, the difference you're going to see is an increased player count. Now obviously on console it maxes out at 24-man servers, whereas on PC it maxes out at 64-man servers, so you're going to see an increase of team size from 12 to 32 at maximum. Now the gameplay you're watching is actually some Scavenger on a 48-man server, so I was pushing the boundaries a little bit when it came to clusterfuck mode, so but I seem to do alright actually. That's a couple of things to point out. With the increased player count, it can either work in your favour or it can work against you. Now, when it works for you, you've got a max of 64 players, obviously, like I've already said, which gives you an increased chance of getting kills and double kills for your team. Now, if you're playing Scavenger mode with your reduced amount of ammo, getting double kills is quite important because you need to conserve your ammo as much as possible. And the more kills you get, obviously with the more people on the server, the higher chance it is that you're going to win the game for your team. Now, the higher player count also works against you in the fact that the maps become very crowded. Now, obviously, we know that Aftermath maps are around back to Karkin size, which is a good size to play, but if you're playing Scavenger mode on 64-man server and you're using a reduced part of the map, it becomes ridiculously overcrowded and spawn killing becomes a huge problem on 64-man servers. I'd say 48-man isn't too much of a problem, but it can be quite difficult sometimes to be able to spawn in a random spawn point and an enemy not be just round the corner, so that's quite annoying. Also, if you're playing Scavenger mode, the weapon pickups have become more sparse, so like, let's say you're running towards a weapon to pick it up, someone might get there just before you and then the weapon disappears. So there's more players on the map, which gives you less chance of picking up a new weapon, which means you need to be even more conservative with your ammo than you normally would have to be. And it means that you probably won't be able to get a new weapon as quickly, which means you'll have to resort back to your handgun again, which is fine if you're good with a handgun, but if you're like me who prefers like an assault rifle or a fully automatic weapon to fire at people, it's a little bit more difficult. Just another quick thing to mention about another difference is that PC has no in-game chat, whereas console does. I found it quite useful on PS3 where players would tell you where the enemies happen to be, whereas on PC you have to spend your time typing it out in the in-game chat, which can be quite annoying, and it takes a hell of a long time, by which time the enemy have sort of moved on to somewhere else, so it's not really as relevant. So that's probably a plus for the consoles. And finally, I'm just going to talk about my experience on both. I really enjoyed playing Aftermath on PS3. I met quite a lot of my new subscribers on there, and a lot of you guys wanted to play with me and whatever, so that was really cool. And the fact that I got to play it a whole week before PC was kind of cool as well, because I got to sort of learn the maps, which meant that when I jumped back to PC I already knew what I was doing. I have to say that on PS3 the gameplay is a hell of a lot slower. Did I say PC or PS3? Can't remember. But basically on PS3 the gameplay is a hell of a lot slower, and on PC it's a lot faster. That's probably due to the sensitivity of like the way you can move your character around a hell of a lot faster. And I have to say that but the players on PC can be just either elite or complete noobs. So, but whereas on PS3 you've got kind of like a mix sort of in the middle, so you've kind of got like average players averaging to really good players, but there aren't so many amazing players and so many shit players. So I think that was a really good experience to play on PS3, and I'm probably going to stick with it so that when Endgame comes out, I'll be able to play it properly and get some really good footage for you guys. But yeah. So I've been Westy. I hope you enjoyed my little review of PC to console version of Battlefield 3 Aftermath, and if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like or whatever, and I'll see you in the next video.